Hi, welcome to The Truth with Tal and Jackass. I'm Tal. That's Jackass.
I'm Isaac, everybody. Wow. That's
Episode number 98.
Guess I have to put
It's on
explicit.
fire tonight.
Like
Episode number 98, The
put
Truth with
E?
Tal and Isaac.
Okay. Can I...
Yeah.
Do you know how on podcasts it says E if they're swearing?
Yep.
Guess I'm putting E for this episode.
That's okay.
That's fine.
This is a good guy movie draft. Fans have been asking for this stuff. It's going to be cool. Obviously, lots of great characters pre the year 2000. Have to be humans. They have to be good guys. They can't be athletes. We'll talk about that more afterwards.
Yeah, we will talk about that more afterwards.
Yeah, and lots of NBA chatter.
Correct. Lots of NBA chatters too. Okay, off the tops. Go ahead.
Off the top. Lions offseason, just so good. Rogers, get out of that division. We don't want you here.
Or stay, dude. I don't care. I want to beat you twice a year.
Like, I never thought I would say this, but there's a part of me that wants Rogers to stay in the division.
Yeah, that's why I just said that. I'll play him twice a year. I'll beat him in Lambeau. I'll beat him in Detroit. And I'll be there for the win in Detroit. Done.
NCAA tournament, just crazy upsets. So much fun. It's a good shirt. For those of you that didn't tune into the last episode, make sure you tune in and we can talk, or you heard the discussion in great detail about Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yep. I get little roadie to Columbus. We watched some games. We watched the FDU Purdue game last episode. Tune in respectfully. Thanks, Tom, to coming on and holding his own.
Yeah, I'd say UConn's the team to beat.
Yes, UConn.
But so many upsets, who the heck knows?
UConn is a minus favorite. Like all the smart people are betting on UConn, but I'm not because it's still March.
It's March today. It's April tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's still March today, though, so I was right. But the games are tomorrow. It's
Okay.
fine. It's still March Madness, and I'm not going to be betting because I'm just going to watch and enjoy.
Okay. Opening day was yesterday for baseball. The pitch clock. This is the biggest change in baseball in a whole lot of years. Maybe since the DH.
Okay, that's
maybe
enough.
since
That's
Jackie
enough.
Robinson. I think it's great for the game.
That's enough of baseball talk.
Yeah. Tigers will lose 100 games.
That's enough baseball talk.
Yep.
Do you have anything else that's productive?
I have lots of productive things, but why don't you try and bring some productive things to the table?
So you didn't thank the fans, so I'm thanking them. Thanks to the fans.
Oh, thanks, fans.
The old fans, the new fans.
We got some new fans.
They're loving it. They're loving the content. They're loving my vocabulary. So respect to all you guys. Respect.
I listened to our episode last week in great detail, and I am by far the best debater.
Okay.
I'm a good debater.
I don't think so, but that's fine.
No, the fans told me.
You just said that you listened, and that's where you
the
realized.
fans talked to me a lot about
So
how
it was
good
both.
I am.
50-50.
But then I listened, and I'm like, fans, you're right.
Okay.
I am a pretty good debater.
Can I-
Tom held his own.
Can I get a minute here to talk about something important?
Please do.
So John Wick 4 came out,
Oh, yes.
and I saw it, and
I saw most of it.
Dad went with me.
It's a couple nappies. Little nappy.
We saw it Saturday at 2 p.m., and I thought it was a good time. I didn't invite anybody's, respectfully. I'm like, I'm just going to go with Pops, and we're going to watch. And about 4 minutes in, he's dozing off, and I give him a nudge, and I'm like, dude, you gonna be asleep? He's like, no, bro, I'm good. And then I look over like 2 minutes later, and he's done. So he was kind of in and out of consciousness throughout the first act.
The first third, I missed a little bit, but the last 2/3, I was solid.
So that aside, it is one of my favorite movies of the past 10 years.
It's a great movie.
It's up like it's made for me. I'm an action guy. I love the Wick movies. This is my generation's Rambo and
We're
Rocky.
working Granny into this?
Oh, dude, we're getting there. I'm just laying it out. So I watched John Wick 4. I loved it so much. Go watch John Wick 4 if you want to have a good time and watching bad guys get killed.
And you actually don't have to watch the previous John Wicks, although it's helpful.
Okay, now we're going to go to the Granny side. So Granny was over for dinner. Shout out Granny, respect to her. And we're having dinner.
My mom, not Nona.
And we're having dinner, and somehow John Wick came up, and she pipes in and says, oh, I read about that. It's pretty good, Granny, I think. And then we're like, what? Like, our eyes both light up. So then she read about it in the Globe and Mail or something, so respect. And then my mind starts to go to, okay, challenge, how many John Wick movies can I get Granny to watch? It's just naturally where I went. And
Over under, was it 2 or was it a little less than 2?
it was probably
1.7?
1.5 was what Vegas set the line at. Obviously, I had hope, and I'm like, I'm going to get Granny, because Granny wants to watch stuff with me, right? So, like, we would go to the theaters when I was a little kid, a little jit. And I'm like, this is perfect, because I love John Wick, and she'll love John Wick, so I get her on John Wick. First 2 on Netflix, makes it easy. Mom is doubting, saying she's going to watch, like, 1 or 2. Dad is doubting. What did you say?
I said 2.
Okay. And I'm like, she's watching all, and we're going to theaters to see John Wick 4. Okay. So she texts me a couple nights after dinner and says, watch the first John Wick. Wow, lots of killing or something like that. And then she texts me the next day and says, just finished John Wick 2, ready for 3. Whew. And 3 we have on disc. You can't get it anywhere. So I'm like, hey, after university one day, I'm gonna come by. I'll bring my disc. We'll watch John Wick 3. So we watched John Wick 3 yesterday at her place. And man, there was some all-time granny lines during the movie because there's a lot of killing in John Wick 3.
There's a lot.
I wrote down some quotes. You can talk here while I pull up some granny quotes I wrote down.
Okay, so Granny lives West Side by herself, and she only has 2 grandchildren, right? Alex, who's away at school at Guelph, and Isaac, the little cracker who's next to me. And she likes to spend time with us, with her grandkids, with Annabelle, who's her dog, and pretty much she's like, okay, I'll go watch some John Wick because that's what Isaac wants to do.
Okay, right on. So we're watching John Wick 3, and she's piping in like every couple minutes, either with a question or with a comment. So for example, oh my God, is that a real body? Heard that one like 6 times. It's okay if I miss a few of the killings, is what she'd say when she'd go to the kitchen or go like check something.
Get a cup of tea,
right?
You know.
So and I'm like, do you want me to pause it, Granny? It's okay if I miss a few of the killings, is what she'd say. She lots of gymnasts. She was very impressed by the stunt work, but the all-timer was whoa. I heard that maybe 80 times, and I loved every one.
That was just for John Wick 3.
That was just 3.
Just imagine if you were there for 1 and 2.
So we are going to, at some point, we're going to see John Wick 4 in theaters. I saw it the other night with my buddies, so I've seen it twice now. I loved it. And I'm going to see it a 3rd time with Granny. So a big John Wick guy, respect to Granny for watching John Wick. I know that people love that. That's why they listen to the show, for Granny John Wick content. Mm-hmm. So I just had to bring it to him. Thanks for letting me talk about it, guys.
Good. So one of the things that Isaac and I used to do a lot, lots of road trips, lots of traveling, and when we'd be killing time in the car, we would do drafts, all-time NBA draft, current players, former players, NFL, all sorts of different things. So in the first kind of 20, 25 episodes, we're at number 98, if you forget, we did a lot of draft stuff. And about the last 50, we really haven't done too many drafts.
Well, we did a lot, so we're kind of running out of options.
Yeah, but fans have asked for some more drafts, right? They like this alternative stuff. They like the movie, things along those lines. As long as there's not too much rom-com talk, I don't think our fans are big romantic comedy.
Only the good ones we'll talk about, with like 500 Days of Summer and if Step Brothers counts, like good movies.
Step Brothers is romantic comedy just because the hug?
Yeah.
The hug at the end, that's true.
You'd like that. I didn't say the last word. So keep going.
Okay, so this is a movie draft. Lots of parameters.
It's a character draft.
It's a character draft, yeah, from movies only, no TV. So even though Leave It to Beaver would be a first-round draft pick, he's not eligible. Good guys, humans. 3 of them can be altered in some way.
For example, Jedis, perhaps a super suit of sorts, perhaps altered by some robotic parts, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
No aliens. And you have to have them in their movie age. So, like Obi-Wan, as an example, he's awesome and he's still likely to be drafted, but he's 180 or something.
Not commenting.
Sir Alec Guinness.
Not commenting on that.
Yep. And I think that's it.
Yep,
we didn't really set the rest of the ground rules, how many guys we want to pick.
We did. We'll figure it out as we go. No athletes. We're going to draft a coach. Only good guys. Next time we'll do bad guys, because I know that people eat this up respectfully. Drafted at age appearance, 3 non-normal.
And what we're looking for is guys or girls or they, them, who fit into a basketball team. So this is where it's a little, controversial because like Teen Wolf, who we can't pick because he's an athlete, right? But we could pick Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future.
You're not picking an actor, you're picking a character.
But Michael J. Fox is 5'2".
Yeah,
and he's good on,
like I'll put it, there's some guys
blades and things along those lines.
I looked up some heights and was shocked by some heights. I'll put that out there. Like it's going to be a small team. It's a small team.
You can play small ball.
Fair.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go?
I think we're ready to go.
Okay, we'll do rock, paper, scissors to determine. I don't think it makes sense to do snake.
I agree.
Okay, ready? Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, so old guy won.
Old guy won.
So he gets first overall.
First overall.
Is it snake? Like, do I get 2 picks?
No. Oh. You just determined that it's not. So, obviously we only have 3 altered humans. So it's important to identify those people and pick them right away.
These are your quarterbacks.
This is your quarterback. So this is my guy. This is the leader of my team. And I got to go with Luke Skywalker as my first overall pick. Full Force. It's, I think it probably has to be Return of the Jedi, because I think the other poopy movies were done after the year 2000, correct?
Well, yeah, like Empire Luke would also be eligible, and Farm Boy Luke would be eligible, but Return of the Jedi Luke
Return of the Jedi, because he's kind of Jedi-ish.
Keith Powers, that's an excellent pick. So
it's a safe pick, right? Like he was going to go, he's high at everybody's draft board.
Okay, so I've got some options here. I'm going to also be going with an altered person. I will be going with RoboCop.
RoboCop, I don't know if you probably looked at my draft board, but I had a little asterisk next to RoboCop. High pick, because he's awesome.
Can I sell my pick? Look, if anyone's seen RoboCop, 1987, it's a really good
awesome
movie. He is such a good locker room guy because he's like a robot, like he's a nice robot, and he's got like like he's going to be an 86% 3-point shooter, limited usage, like he's not going to be an on-ball guy, he'll be a wing guy, but he's good on defense. He'll take a lot of charges. Really excited to have RoboCop. Thanks, RoboCop.
Okay, good pick.
Thank you.
Lots of different options here.
You don't have to say that every pick.
I need a big guy, right? Because even though Luke is awesome, he's about 5'7". So yeah. I need some height.
He's going to get picked on in the playoffs.
He's a pretty good defender because he can just like do magic stuff and like boom, suddenly you go back a long way.
Okay.
I could double down and go with Obi, but I think it's just a little bit too early for Obi because he is 180. So I think I have to go. Boy, this is such a tough pick.
Take your time. It's not like we're recording.
I'm going to go with Keanu Reeves from...
it's called The Matrix.
It's called The Matrix.
That's a really... I'm
Neo.
I'm not a Matrix guy at all.
I'm not a Matrix guy either. I don't even know if we've ever watched it together.
Every movie I've watched, I probably watched with him.
Yeah.
Matrix, I watched on my own one time, I think during COVID. I'm like, oh, everyone loves this. I watched it. I didn't really like it. It's not popular.
It's fine.
I guess at the time...
Okay, alternate universe, Neo is kind of cool. At the time, it was great, right? It was
if I watched it in 99,
ago,
I'd probably love it.
When was it done?
I think 99. I'm not sure.
Okay, so pretty close.
Okay, I'm up now.
Altered or no?
Oh, he's certainly altered.
Okay,
100%.
So.
Yeah. I had him down as... I only have a few names as altered. Now I'm going to go with someone here. Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, that's a good pick.
He's big. Like, he's probably
like
playing the 4. I get him before he dies, respectfully. From Phantom Menace, which came out in 1998, big Qui-Gon guy. So Qui-Gon Jinn and RoboCop are my first two.
Good, yeah, good pick.
Now you go.
So many good options still on the board. We're gonna go with Dutch from Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's an excellent pick.
Not altered. He's a big guy, right? Power forward. Get to the chopper. Like, there's just so many good lines. I think he's actually pretty good in the locker room because that character. He's the leader of a very exclusive team. There's some other Arnold characters where he's probably not so good in the locker room.
We'll talk about them later because I think I'm gonna pick one of them later.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Predator guy. Like, this is gonna also filter into talking about movies.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
The original Predator is probably top 20 all time for me. I love that movie.
Very good.
So I love that pick. That's a really good pick for you.
And it's aged really well. Good characters in there. Ain't got time to bleed. Like, that's a great line.
And the effects actually are pretty awesome, I think. All right, that's a really good pick here. I'm gonna go with my last altered person because I really think you run out of options quickly.
Yep.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. You said old Ben. Phantom Menace came out in 1998. So I'm going to get young Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Instead of old Ben here. I've got pros and cons, but I get young Obi-Wan with Qui-Gon. The chemistry's off the charts. That's essentially Stephen Clay I just drafted, and you let him fall right to me. Obi-Wan's probably playing small forward, maybe shooting. Like, he can play everywhere. He's guarding anybody. Young Obi-Wan with Qui-Gon Jinn. Just talk about how excellent that was.
Good. And listen, obviously, team chemistry is super duper important. If you're going to double down, I'm going to double down too. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick Morpheus. I'm going to pick Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, okay. Interesting pick. Explain that to the people.
Well, Morpheus is like the original super advanced, like altered guy.
Is that his name?
Morpheus? I'm pretty sure it's Morpheus.
I usually correct you on this, but I actually haven't seen Matrix in like 3 years, so I don't know. But I like Lawrence Fishburne, so that's a good pick.
Yep.
So now I'm up here. I'm kind of surprised this guy fell. I'm going to go with John J. Rambo here. I
thought about him.
Rambo is...
I like Rambo a lot. He is 5'6". That's the problem.
He's BJ Tucker. I
He
know
is
what
PJ Tucker. It's a good player comp.
but he's going to be a lot more aggressive on offense. So I'm going to pair Rambo up with Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and
See,
RoboCop.
he has the potential to be a locker room cancer because he could kill some of his teammates.
I think he'll like.
I don't know. I don't think he'd kill them. Not intentionally, but he'd certainly harm them.
If you look at
There'd be
Obi-Wan,
lots of black eyes.
okay. If you look at Black Eyes, yes. If you look at Qui-Gon, young Obi-Wan, and RoboCop, they're going to calm Rambo down. This is going to be a really good
I don't
locker
think so.
room. So John Rambo.
Okay. Yeah, not bad.
It's a great pick. It's a great pick.
So I have one more altered that I can choose. Oh, no, wait a sec. I can't because Neo, Morpheus, and Luke are my 3 altered.
Yeah, so actually, I guess we can just say the other guys that were there. You had Batman
Yeah, I did have Batman.
as an altered. So he will not be getting picked. Michael Keaton's Batman or Clooney's Batman.
I actually had Val Kilmer as a maybe also.
I liked Kilmer's
Now,
Batman.
could we have picked like 2 or 3 different Batman?
Yeah, totally. That would have been cool. You could have
Okay.
done that. That's fair for
Yeah,
next
that would've
draft.
been
You can do that.
interesting. Okay.
But I'm not a huge a Clooney Batman guy.
Yeah,
I
and
like Kilmer.
When we had talked about the show a couple of days ago, we had talked about, okay, no athletes can be included. And I don't remember the no karate.
That they're an athlete.
Are they an athlete?
If you get a jujitsu master, that's considered an athlete.
Because
So
I
you
had
can't
Bruce
get
Lee
Bruce
high
Lee
on
and
the
Enter
board,
the Dragon.
and first round draft pick, or certainly if not first round, second round draft pick. Who would we be picking?
Dukes.
Frank Dukes from Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. Go watch Bloodsport.
Go watch
after the show.
Bloodsport,
After
and
the
then
show.
you probably double down. Oh no, Chong Li, you can't because he's bad.
He's bad, but man, he is awesome.
He's a beast.
Go watch Bloodsport's up there for me. I like it way more than I should. So we're a little off here. Are you picking?
Oh, I don't know. What do we got?
I have 4 and you have 4, right?
I have Neo, Morpheus, Dutch, and Luke.
So you have 4.
Yeah.
And I have 4.
So it's my turn.
And you started, so you go. We got to be better at that.
Okay, we have to be better at that.
Yep.
Lots of options here. Now, I have an important question.
Yes?
Is religion or religious powers
Go for it. No, go for it.
an altered human? I don't think so.
First of all, we said fictional characters.
Fictional. Well,
So this is getting controversial.
this is
here.
going to get a little
This
controversial.
is like we're gonna anger some people.
We're going to anger a couple people. Charlton Heston, who played Moses in the 10 Commandments. Like, Luke is awesome. He's super fast and he can move people off the side. But think about Charlton Heston just standing at the top of the key, putting his arms aside, and the key just opens up, just like the Red Sea.
It's Giannis.
Right? So then you just go down. Like, think about Dutch going in for the power dunk after Moses had cleared the sea. So is Moses
Okay, so unfortunately, I think Moses counts as like a Jedi type guy.
really?
Respectfully to Moses and his fans.
We don't have like. Who do we call in for like? Do I have to pick a backup here?
I think like we'll let the people decide. I don't think Moses should be in the same category as Marty McFly. Just my thoughts. Not sure. Everyone who's listening is laughing right now because I was really good. I'm proud of that. I don't, or like, you know.
Okay, so I
there's
guess
some
I'm
other
going to
guys,
pick Moses. We're going to put him in.
He's a reserve. He's not going on the
He's
graphic.
got to be a reserve. So then now I have to pick somebody else.
How about
instead of
this?
him.
How about this? You can have the draft rights to Moses.
Yes, I got draft rights to Moses.
So he's like
It's
an
kind of like
additional
Larry
player.
Bird for the Celtics in 1979.
Or in the NBA, you can have two-way guys. He's like your Anthony Lamb. He's a two-way guy.
Okay.
Okay? He's
Good.
your two-way. So
Fair
I'll
enough.
let you pick another. How's that?
That sounds fair.
Okay.
Okay, there's a ton of little guys available in this draft, so I think I'm going to pick one more big guy now, just because
Okay. Who?
it's option. Again, there's going to be a little bit of controversy. We're going to have to talk about this.
It has to be a human, so don't pick who I think you're going to say.
Frankenstein.
That's not a human.
Frankenstein was put together with human parts.
Oh, man, actually, that's a pretty good point.
That's a pretty good point.
He's
So,
green. He is
like,
green.
Right? He's not that green. Like
And originally, you're right.
the character that the Frankenstein movie that was done, I think in the 50s.
Okay, wait. Thomas Linnell is calling me. Should
Oh,
I?
I think you got to call Thomas. We got to put him on speaker. And
Now
we need to
ask
ask him his opinion on a couple things.
Thomas, don't
Thomas,
swear.
you're live on the show.
Thomas,
we're recording here. You're live on the show. This is not planned, but we have an unbiased person to discuss some of our big questions. Tom,
Thomas, does Frankenstein count as a human?
Does Frankenstein count as a human?
he was put together with human parts.
Well, if he was put together with human parts, then I guess you could count him as a
Yes,
human.
Tom, perfect. Nice talking to you, but we're done talking now.
Okay, Tom, I'll call you after, buddy.
Okay.
Say bye to the fans.
Bye, fans. Team Town Nation. Let's go.
Yes, Team Tail Nation.
Great
See, my
cameo.
fans are all that was good timing.
Okay, you
Like,
get Frankenstein.
Okay, I get Frankenstein.
That's excellent. Thanks to Tom for that.
Thanks for Tom.
Sorry, Tom. I'll call
I
you
know it's a
later.
little bit controversial, but when I put it down, I'm thinking he's not altered. And you could also debate that he's bad, but he's good at heart. Like the heart that was put in him.
I had to read Frankenstein
was a
for a
good person?
class. It was a tough class, but I can vouch for Frankenstein being a good dude. I'm
Perfect.
Team
Dr. Frankenstein, bad dude.
Victor's a bad guy.
Yeah, Victor's bad.
He's actually terrible. He's actually really, really
Yeah,
bad.
really bad.
Okay, now I'm up here. You just picked a non-human. That's fine. I'm going to go with a big here. I don't think you have him written down. Actually, no, I'm going to wait for that guy. I'm going to go with Conan the Barbarian.
Ooh, I had him written down.
Yeah, I know. He's a bit of a locker room guy. Like, I'll be honest. I haven't seen Conan the Barbarian. I've just seen the little bits of it.
Yeah, it would have been really nice to be able to draft Wilt, because Wilt Chamberlain was in Conan the Barbarian, but we can't draft
Oh, Wilt did a little acting, right?
Wilt did a little acting, yeah.
Overrated Wilt. I'll talk about that. That's a whole different segment.
Different, like...
Conan the Barbarian, he's playing the 5 for me.
You probably saw... Like, Isaac looked at my draft board.
Like, I looked a little, because I have to help you sometimes.
No, what he does
he's
is
a little
I put a bunch of off the top, and he, like, erases a bunch of them.
Because you put stuff that people... Now we're off topic. Make your pick, respectfully.
Okay, so... Now I've got... The draft board's wide open. I can pick anything. I've got all the key positions covered, right? Because I got Luke as my point guard. I got Dutch, big guys. I got Frankenstein, who's another big guy.
I have a really big team. Just putting that out there. Like, I'll lay it out later.
Neo and Keanu are great wing guys, 2-3.
It's the same guy, but...
No, Neo and Morpheus, sorry.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking for somebody off the bench who injects energy into my team. Also could use some muscle.
Make your pick, dude.
I think we got to go with John Matusek, who's Sloth from the Goonies. Who is going to get a rebound when Sloth is on the court?
Okay, first of all, is he human?
Nobody. He's human. He's just a little messed up.
Okay, I'm a huge Goonies guy.
That's a good pick, eh?
Oh, I didn't have... yeah, that's way off my board. He's a good guy. He wears a Superman shirt. I'm in favor of the Sloth pick. That's an excellent pick. That's really good value, too.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're running a lot of offensive sets through him.
No. You don't need him. I got lots of guys who can score.
Like, he's playing D and rebounding, and I don't even know if he's understanding the
but
concept
think
of
about
defense.
setting a pick.
He doesn't know what that is.
Stand there, fold your arms, and don't move your hips.
Dude, I'm going to get someone on my bench, throw a chocolate bar at him, and he's out for the game. He's out for the week,
He could
actually.
be distracted.
He'll go day to day, but I like the pick.
I'm going to have to get, what's the guy? Chunk? Is that his buddy?
Yes, yeah.
Probably have to get Chunk as like an assistant coach.
I've got a pick here. Another big guy. I'm going to lay it out because people might not know. John Coffey.
Oh, very good.
From the Green Mile, 1998.
Also altered. Like, honestly, there's some player comps. Like,
Oh,
I'm going to have to bring...
No, I have him down as a human.
Yeah, but Moses is going to come off the bench. Like, it'll be when Coffey gets off the bench, Moses is going to have to get off the bench to check him.
Okay, so I'm explaining to John, who, like, a lot of people probably don't know. This is a little obscure here. So Green Mile came out in 98 with Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan, who plays John Coffey. It's a really, really, really good movie. Actually, I haven't seen it for a bit. I'm going to probably go back and watch it again. But John Coffey is 7 foot tall, 350 pounds is what he's listed at online.
Really?
Yeah.
He's actually not that tall.
No, he's like 6'6" in real life. But
No, he's not.
I think he's close. But in the movie, he is a 7 foot tall.
Oh, he's a huge man in the movie.
350 pound dude. That's how he's portrayed in the film. That's who I'm
probably have to
drafting.
have Frankenstein check him.
And he is the nicest guy in the gym. He's going to be awesome. John Coffey, look him up if you want to see, like, and if he ever played prison hoops, because he's in jail. Man, like...
in the prison yard? He'd be taking Michael Irvin to the hole.
Quadruple doubles. Like, he's getting 15 blocks a game. Like, he's putting up Wilt numbers in the prison league. John Coffey.
Yeah. So I need another, and this is a little debatable because I'm not 100% sure. Tarzan, who was played by Johnny Weissmuller. Now, Johnny Weissmuller was a swimmer.
Athlete.
He's not available?
Is he an athlete in the movie?
He's not, well...
Like, I haven't seen Tarzan from 1938.
He's pretty athletic. Like, he swims.
Is he a straight human, too?
He's a human.
Okay, like, I'm not familiar with the
So Tarzan, just think
Tarzan
about the one,
lore.
Not that long ago.
I didn't watch Tarzan, dude.
The one not that long ago.
I'd rather watch Monsters, Inc. again, because that movie rocks.
He's been on a huge Monsters, Inc. run. So you're giving me the... Listen, I've got a couple of questionable calls.
No, yeah, I was going to say, I would give you Tarzan if I didn't give you, like, Moses.
Okay, taking Tarzan off the board.
Okay, so now, so you picking him or no?
I'm not picking him. I'm not allowed to.
I would have given it to you. I would have.
Okay, if I didn't get all the other ones.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Dude. Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. First of all, Jeff Goldblum is
Altered.
really tall. He's altered.
I love that movie.
Okay.
Really good movie. You probably haven't seen it since it came out.
I haven't seen it for a long time, but I'd like to watch that.
It's kind of messed up, but man, it hasn't held up the greatest.
So a couple of stretches, guys from far points of Europe where we're not sure if we can get them over. So now I got to pick somebody who I know is good. He's a bit questionable from a locker room guy and a character guy, but nobody is tougher. And you talk about somebody like Pat Bev as a player comp, Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
Okay, so first of all, what's his last name?
Durden.
It's Durden.
Durden. That's pretty close though.
You fraud. This is an excellent. I really like. I had him written down.
You didn't think I was gonna get him?
No, because you draft the Brad Pitt one, who is eligible, even though he's technically not a real dude. I consider him eligible.
And I think he's a good guy. He has good intentions.
Ooh, yeah, he's causing a mutiny in the locker room. Like your practice facility is getting blown up within a week.
But you know what? Our practices are going to be tough.
I love Fight Club and I love Durden and I had him written down. And now that I think about it, he is blowing up your practice facility within 7 days.
Pretty sure Moses can talk him down.
Okay, Moses and Tyler Durden. Looking forward to seeing that. Okay, now I go, right?
Yep.
Indiana Jones is still on the board?
Indiana Jones still on the board.
Okay,
Yep,
give me
excellent
Indy.
pick.
I'm really happy with the value here for Indiana. Harrison Ford. First Harrison Ford character?
First Harrison Ford character. Yes.
Perhaps another one going later.
Perhaps another one going later.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have another question about...
Do we have to do a question before every pick?
Well, I've got... I really did some deep dives.
Yeah, you did. Moses and Tarzan.
Princess Bride. Fez. Andre the Giant.
He's eligible.
He's eligible. Okay,
Yeah.
well, he's 7'5", 500 pounds. He's awesome. He's Bojan.
Yeah, that's, well...
Marjanovic? That's him.
Yeah, I think it's Boban.
Boban. Yeah, Boban.
Really struggling with names. That's a really good pick.
Fez.
I love Prince. That's a great pick, dude.
And he's funny.
Go watch Prince. There's a lot of... We're dropping
Princess
a lot of good
Bride.
movies.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen that in the last decade, watch it again. And there's a couple other characters from Princess Bride that you could pick, like Indigo Montoya.
Yeah, he's probably like 4'8". Like, I bet he's really short, respectfully.
But you know what? Ambidextrous.
Fair until... Yeah, okay. So this has turned into like a watch this movie draft too, which is I think good. Like the people need to be reminded.
Fans need to understand that we have really, really good movie knowledge, especially the kid.
Thank you.
So pay attention to what he says.
Wow, thanks. That's so nice.
Welcome. Just making conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think any females have been drafted yet.
Okay, now my pick here. I've got a lot of good options here. I will go with.
I don't know how would you guys are.
I'm gonna go with Matt. Can I pick?
Yeah, you're pretty shy on wing players.
Can I go with Maverick here from Top Gun?
You can.
Fighter pilot. I wore these for a reason. You're probably wondering. I wore these for a reason. I'm getting prime Tom Cruise as Maverick, who is facilitating. He's running my offense here. Like, I really think Maverick. We saw him on the beach play football. So I'm just going to translate that into basketball. Again, not the greatest locker room guy, but he's a good dude.
You saw him on the beach playing volleyball.
Okay. Yeah. Top Gun Maverick, the second one, they've got that sick football
That doesn't
scene.
count.
But I know he's got it in him. Like, I watched tape. I watched his tape. Maverick, Tom Cruise from Top Gun.
I like the pick, but L. Because you know what? I'm going to pick Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, which is a much better character. He's faster, he's stronger, he's more...
Can he fly a plane?
Well, I don't think he can fly... Well, he probably can fly a plane, but I'm not sure how relevant that is when you're trying to hit a three-pointer.
But what if we got a big game on the road and the plane is not working and the pilot's gone? I can put Maverick in the pilot and we can go to the game.
Now, I got Howlin' Mad Murdoch, who's a TV character, but I have him as an assistant coach.
Way too obscure and we're not at the coach part yet.
A couple people got that and they're going to be like, props for Howlin' Mad Murdoch.
Okay.
I got to pick. No, wait a second. I already picked. Yeah, my good Tom Cruise, better than yours.
Forrest Gump.
Yep, Forrest is good. Yeah, I had him pretty high. I'm a little surprised that he fell. He's speed, 3-point shooting.
Like, he's going to be
if you're that good at ping pong, you're probably a good 3-point shooter.
My locker room is just like I love my team. I love them. I love
your
my
locker
team.
room is actually probably a little too nice. Like, you're going to be singing Kumbaya.
Well, I've got Rambo.
We're going to be running.
Like, Rambo will be like, boys. Like, he'll get him going.
He doesn't talk.
Okay, fine. Indiana Jones, perfect. He'll bring it. And then Maverick and Conan the Barbarian are going to spice things up too. So my team's great. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. I need somebody who's played some street ball, right? A lot of this is a little bit country club.
Be careful.
So a man from the streets of Detroit, Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop, guaranteed he could play.
Okay. Never seen Beverly Hills Cop.
Have you never seen Beverly? Oh my gosh, fans, please chime in and say how good a pick Axel Foley is.
Okay. I can't comment on it. I'm assuming it's bad.
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's Eddie Murphy.
I know, but you picked him, so I'm assuming it is a poor selection.
Wrong.
Now, you went a little quick. Okay. So I'm going here.
I was hoping Axel was going to drop a little bit because I didn't think you would do the deep dive research. So
I want some shooting. I already have a great shooting, but Han Solo.
Han Solo, good pick.
Pairing him up with Indiana Jones, and perhaps there's a little untapped chemistry with the Obi-Wan Kenobi. So Han Solo with Indiana Jones both on my team.
Okay, so I need another shooter. So I'm going to get Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction, Samuel Jackson.
Okay, are you writing down your picks? Because you have a lot of obscure guys that I haven't written down.
I have them written down here. I don't
like
know
Moses, for example, wasn't on my draft board.
Moses wasn't on your draft board?
Respectfully to him, Moses was not. Now,
Father Roach really didn't have that good an impression on you, did he?
Okay, I'm going to make my pick now and avoid that. I've got some good names on the board.
We said Tarzan's a no.
Well, yeah, because I gave you all the other ones. Do that away from the mic, respectfully.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll go here. I've got a lot of good options. I just got a shooter. I'm going to go with... No, you haven't written that guy down. I'm going to go with John McClane. I'm a big diehard guy. John McClane, he's going to facilitate the offense off the bench. Him and Maverick, I kind of view as interchangeable. He'll strictly be a point guard, but he's going to be an excellent defender, perhaps an Alex Caruso type. So give me John McClane from Die Hard, one of the best movies of all time.
Okay. I need a tough guy, but not necessarily a big guy. I need another like a shooting guard who's tough. I'm going to go with Jackie Chan when he played the cop in that movie. I don't remember the name of the movie.
If you cannot name the movie, you can't get him. You need to name his name in the movie or the movie. Because I know both.
Yeah, but I don't watch movies as much as you do. I wrote Jackie Chan. That's a good character.
You can't just write Jackie Chan and pick him from that one movie that came out in that one decade.
Okay.
No, you can't look it up. I'll give it to you regardless.
Sure I can. Okay.
Inspector Lee from Rush Hour, I think, is who you're insinuating.
Rush Hour, I was going to come up with.
Yeah,
Rush Hour.
You didn't know the movie or the character, so I think that's extremely sus and fraudulent.
But is he allowed? Because he's an athlete.
He is allowed. I don't think you should be allowed to have him because you couldn't name him or the movie he's in. Or what year?
I just knew he's good. What year? Oh, 94.
I think it might have been 98.
Pretty close. Right decade.
You sus for that. I don't think you should get Jackie Chan.
Listen, I just had to come up with the characters. I've got a team of coaches that's going to mold these people. I understand Chunk.
That. The fact that you couldn't name the movie or the guy's name, you could just say the actor, I think is extremely fraudulent. And I'm sure the fans agree with me, like always.
I don't know. Team Tal Nation's got a lot of momentum.
Okay, I'm going to make my pick now. I'm going to go with Jason Bourne. Jason Bourne. When was the first?
2000.
Okay, fine. So I can't.
I looked him up because I wanted to pick Jason Bourne.
Okay, so I can't get Jason Bourne. You're right. Nope. I do have another Matt Damon character though. Will Hunting from Good Will Hunting.
Oh, that's a great pick.
He played a lot of street ball.
You like apples?
Yeah, he played a lot of street ball. Player, coach. He's the smartest dude in the facility. Like, you're not going to get anyone smarter than Will Hunting. You won't. Like, you can try. You will not get someone smarter than Will Hunting.
I don't know if there is anybody smarter than Will Hunting.
So give me Will Hunting as point guard, gritty, great locker room guy.
Moses is pretty smart.
Yeah, he's also, that's fine. Will Hunting, he's going to be a player coach. He's not my head coach. He's an assistant.
Good pick. Okay, I need another tough guy, just because I need a tough guy who can really motivate people when they're getting a little bit tired, and he's the leader of men.
I know who you're going to pick.
This is in honor of our friend Stu. William Wallace is my pick. Right?
I thought you were going to pick somebody else. That's a good pick.
William Wallace is a pretty good pick.
I had him written down. Which
he's 8 feet tall and thunderbolts from his arse.
Braveheart, good movie. Mel Gibson, bad dude.
Oh, bad dude. Super bad dude.
Okay,
the character's good though.
I'm going to go with who I thought you were going to pick. One of my, for sure, top 40 favorite movies. 1960, Spartacus. I'm not going to talk about him for long because probably people haven't seen Spartacus and they're not going to go back and watch a movie from 1960. But it's so good. It's such a good movie.
I had him high on my board. I just didn't think you'd pick him.
Well, I'm a big Spartacus guy.
Yep.
And it has one of the best scenes in movie history. I am Spartacus. Give me Spartacus. I love this pick. He's such a good locker room guy, too. Okay. This is awesome.
So I need another secret agent here. Lots of powers. Can influence refs, because he's like, if we have female refs,
Dude.
because they're very common, who can sweet talk the female refs? Sean Connery, James Bond from Doctor No. Also a tall dude, pretty strong, good wing. He's the man.
Okay, let's say after. So I pick, and then we'll say we each get one more after that.
Fair.
Okay. I'm not a Bond guy, but it's a fine pick. So we get. So I get my pick, and then you get one, and then I get one, right?
Fair.
Okay.
We should each have to pick a
Stop. I'm gonna make my pick here. I'm looking at the options. I'm going to go with Sarah Connor from Terminator,
Okay.
specifically T2,
Yeah.
because I know.
Oh, for sure. I wrote down Sarah Connor T2. The first one, she's okay, but she's not that good. T2, she's a monster.
And T2 is one of the best movies of all time. T2 is so good. For
Great
sure, for sure, a top few sequel of all time. Sarah Connor.
Okay, so obviously I have to pick somebody who can match up with Sarah Connor. Who am I going to pick? Sigourney Weaver, Riley from Aliens. And
What's the name, dude?
Riley. Riley's her last name.
Ripley, dude.
Ripley. Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
Ripley.
bro. Like, it's not like you missed a whole letter. Like, you didn't even replace it with a different letter. You just took it out. It's Ripley.
Well, I did have 2 L's. So
Yeah, because you taking L's in this draft, respectfully. Ripley's a good pick.
she's a good pick.
I like Ripley a lot. Okay, I've got...
And wait a sec. Is she allowed to have the big machine?
No, dude.
No? Okay.
That's for sure altered. So you're done.
Yeah.
I have one more pick. I'm going to lay out some names then, so the people can hear who I have.
Okay.
Will Smith, Independence Day.
Yeah, pretty good pick.
Locker room issue. I'm just saying my guys. I'm not saying who I'm picking. Jason Bourne's not eligible. Marty McFly is 5'6". Mad Max eligible. Dirty Harry eligible.
Yeah, Dirty Harry had written down.
Man with No Name, another old Clint Eastwood dude, also eligible. I'm gonna add more size. No, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Chief from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, that's a good pick.
He's a very raw prospect and he's untapped, but I've seen a
But you
little
know,
tape on him.
great in the locker room.
He's such a good locker room dude, and he's in one of the best movies of all time. I know we said that like 6 times, but man,
It's a good
Cuckoo's
movie.
Nest is good.
Cuckoo's Nest, you got to watch.
And the basketball scene with Chief, unbelievable. Chief
I need to watch Cuckoo's Nest again. I haven't
Chief
seen
and
it for a
John
long time.
Coffey is essentially the Twin Towers. Hakeem and Samson, right?
Yep.
Not the other ones. I like Chief a lot. He's my guy. My last pick. You can pick Coach now.
I'm just going to talk about a couple of the other characters that I had on my board.
Okay.
Right, Lenny from Of Mice and Men, super duper strong. Listen, he's not calling plays for sure. He's got a bit of a relaxed brain, but he's a great guy. He'll do anything for you. He's your protector. Snake Plissken, Kurt Russell from Escape from New York.
Not a big Escape from New York guy. It's okay.
He's injured. That's the problem. Like pre-injury,
Well, his eye,
he would
right?
have been good. His eye and his knee.
I forgot about the knee.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Both were talked about, but probably are not great basketball players, but would be great for entertainment. Walter and the dude from The Big Lebowski.
I thought about the dude. I just think the work ethic isn't there with the dude from Big Lebowski. Not there. But Big Lebowski rocks. Okay. Any more guys here?
No, that's all. Dread Pirate Robert. Maybe I was going to pick him.
Okay.
From Princess Bride.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Coach. Who do you have?
So I have a couple questions about the coach. Now, can
Dude.
the coach be a former athlete?
No.
Oh,
No,
no, I had Miyagi.
No, not eligible.
That's not fair.
No, I wrote down coaches that are just smart, that have zero basketball knowledge. I'm gonna hope that it translates. That's what a coach is in this game is, right? Like Will Hunting. I'm just hoping that it translates. So you cannot pick Miyagi.
Okay, I need a minute or two to
Okay.
confer with my people.
I'll go.
You can go ahead.
I'll
and pick.
ask. Can a coach be an altered person? He's not going to be using his altered powers.
Sure.
Old Ben.
Old Ben. That's a good one.
So I'm gonna go. So I have 2 Obi-Wans.
Yeah, 2 Obi-Wans. That's fair.
That's good, Cam. One of them won't be playing, but I think there's going to be some untapped chemistry with the 2 Obi-Wan characters that I have on my team. So I'm gonna go with Old Ben from the original Star Wars.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pick.
So do you have no other coaches other than Miyagi? I'll give you some names if you need them.
Yeah, I'll take some names.
Okay, so Atticus Finch,
Oh, okay, that's going to be tough to go against Atticus.
Somerset, Morgan Freeman's character from Seven.
Okay, I have another idea. What about Red?
Red is eligible.
Red, solid. I
And
did
also
think
have
about him earlier.
I also have John Keating down. Robin Williams from Dead Poet Society.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
So you got some coaches there. You can pick one of them.
So I really didn't go. The kid went for more of the old school movies than I did, which isn't surprising.
Dude, you picked Moses.
Yeah, okay.
That movie came out, I think, in the 50s.
Yeah, but Moses is probably my only guy from that era. I do need a guy who's got a bit of gray hair, who's wise, who has a bit of a tough side to him. I gotta go with Atticus.
Okay, Atticus Finch. Fine. He is your coach. Okay, Atticus Finch. Do you have anything else on the draft? Can we go through our teams? And
Yeah,
talk about NBA?
I'll do my best. It'll be a little tough.
Dude, okay, I'll go because you're struggling. His page just looks like an 8-year-old wrote on it.
Like a draft board.
Okay.
Lots of action.
I'll just propose my team. No order. No, these are just my guys. RoboCop, Qui-Gon Jinn, young Obi-Wan Kenobi, Maverick from Top Gun, Will Hunting from Good Will Hunting, John McClane from Die Hard, Sarah Connor from T2 specifically, Indiana Jones, Han Solo, Rambo, Forrest Gump, Spartacus, Conan the Barbarian, Chief from Cuckoo's Nest, and John Coffey from Green Mile, coached by Old Ben from the original Star Wars, and assistant player coach Will Hunting.
Is Forrest coming off the bench for you?
Likely. He
might be your leading scorer.
He'll be extremely efficient. I'll have to look at my team. I
Sure.
love my team. It's actually, for real, a really good squad.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so I've got Luke Skywalker as my first overall pick. Hugely talented, can influence so many different
Just
things.
got to say the names, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Neo and Morpheus. My wing guys. I got Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction. I
Great
got
pick.
Moses, Ethan Hunt, Tyler Durden, Dutch from Predator, Jackie Chan,
Jackie Chan from what movie?
the cop movie.
Dude, I said it like 8 minutes ago. Rush Hour.
Rush Hour, yeah.
What's his name from the movie?
Inspector Lee.
Yeah, that's right.
See?
Yeah, good guess.
I got Fez from Princess Bride, who's going to be awesome. Coaches the wise old Atticus Finch. See, my team is very ethnically diverse, and the nice thing about Atticus, even from his period in history, he's awesome with everybody. It's great. Atticus is a good pick. I don't know why I didn't have his name written down. I didn't think about coaches after Miyagi because I like Miyagi so much.
Okay, my team is also ethnically diverse. I just want that to be public. Okay?
Okay.
Can we talk about the NBA?
Did I say Lenny of Mice and Men?
You already mentioned Lenny. I don't even... Okay, you picked him?
And William Wallace.
Okay.
Did I pick Lenny? No, I didn't pick Lenny.
You're gonna have to go
talked
back
about
and
him.
listen to this and tell me your team because
I
I'm not gonna
probably
understand
will.
it, and the fans don't. At least I
We're
understand.
42 minutes. Are you going to stop talking? Man, you're talking a lot. You're talking more than me today.
You're the one that brought up Moses and Lenny to play basketball for you, respectfully, and a bunch of other randoms that no one knows.
Think about Moses with a hook shot. He's got the staff in one hand and the hook shot in the other, just clearing some space.
That's good. That's offensive foul, but that's fair.
No, you can't call it offensive foul on Moses.
Okay, sorry, respectfully to Moses. Okay, let's talk about the NBA. We'll just go for a bit. Like, this will be a little longer. I'm sure the fans are eating this up, respectfully. Now we're going to transition to the NBA. So those that were
So
just
real
here.
sports. So the pop culture people, you're actually allowed to tune out. The sports fans, you can tune in.
Correct. Go ahead to the sports fans.
Okay, so just a couple of topics on NBA final stretch, and then a couple of big busts that are looking like they were just terrible moves in the offseason. So West Coast, there's some controversy. Sacramento made the first time playoffs for the first time, I think, in 16 years. That was the longest playoff drought in any one of the four majors.
And the longest playoff drought in NBA history.
Yep. So teams are now lining up to play them. So the Golden States of the world are saying, hey, I want to play Sacramento. So they're going to fight the beam. I don't know if that's a good idea, right? Clippers, Warriors. I don't know. What's your take on that?
Okay, so let me chime in here. Thanks for opening with the Kings.
You're a huge Kings fan.
I liked them in the offseason. Not as much as Coach Rob, who placed a bet on their over-under wins, which I respect. I love watching the Kings. They play such good ball. They have the Coach of the Year. They have a Six-Man of the Year candidate. They have an all-rookie first-team member, for sure. And then they have Fox and Sabonis, who are two dudes. One of them might be fifth in MVP voting when it's all said and done. Both are kind of right there. The Kings play great ball. They don't play much defense, but their offense is beautiful. Like, basically, they just run dribble handoffs nonstop, top of the key, running shooters off Sabonis.
Cut.
And lots of cutting.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Like, it's such good basketball. Now, again, the defense is the big issue. Fight the beam is interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard about that, but I actually like...
I just made it up.
It's actually phenomenal. Basically, what these... No, that's the boys calling me. I'll decline. what the fight the beam is.
I have a question for the fans. Why is Isaac allowed to have his phone and I'm not allowed to have
Couple
mine?
reasons. One, I take pictures. Two, I have Granny quotes when she watched John Wick 3.
Okay.
And those are the big two reasons. But they're really good reasons. Now Tal's taking a picture on his phone, and I'm just going to keep talking right now. So, the Kings, I love the Kings. Again, if they play Golden State in round 1, that's scary. The Clippers look really good. A 6-3 matchup with the Clippers is going to be scary. I'm probably going to pick the Kings to win in the first round, depending on who they play, just because I love them that much.
I have a question. Are the Clippers going to do load management in the playoffs too?
Good question. Yeah, someone should tell Tyler, hey, if you lose this one, we're done, right? Ty, you got to play him. Oh, okay. That's enough Dallas, that's enough Sacramento stuff. Let's go on Dallas a little bit here.
For sure.
We'll go happy to sad, happy, sad, right? Happy
that's a good idea.
Sad Dallas.
So we love Luka. There's been a couple of things that we haven't liked about Luka. The whining has increased more than it ever has been.
He's first team all whining. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they added Kyrie, and they've realized, wow, they're terrible defensively, and they've been bad. 5-12 or something since the trade.
They're 7-14 since the deadline. I think 8.
Are they even going to make it play-in?
Currently, they're out of it, but the amount of basketball is out on the next. Tonight there's lots. Saturday night there's not a lot because it's the Final Four, and then Sunday
there's lots.
You've got a lot of games. They could very well make the play-in. As of right now, I think they're out of it. They're growing into.
I'm not worried about them though. They're going to lose their first game.
You think they lose play-in?
Yep.
Maybe look like we talked about Luka, the whining. He's got some stuff going on in his personal life. I hope that sorts itself out.
Yep.
He needs help in a few ways, right? The personal stuff he needs help with, the whining stuff he needs help with. He needs guys who can hit corner threes. Now Kyrie is not the sole issue here.
No.
Kyrie is 30.
But it's the bad apple that kind of is spoiling the bunch.
Yeah, but Kyrie's been very good since. Offensively, he's been very good since Dallas. Other than the odd 0 for 12 game or whatever, he's been very good offensively for Dallas. But they don't rebound, they don't play defense, and their offense is streaky, and they whine too much.
Agreed.
So Dallas, sad. Now a happy thing.
Happy thing. Boston is pooping their pants because they might have to play Miami. Miami has been bad this year, right? They've got 9 undrafted guys on their roster.
So now we're sad. You just made me sad.
No, you know what? Miami is going to bite Boston in the butt. They're going to give them a series. I still think they lose, but I can tell you Boston right now is crapping their pants because they're like the Duke in Rocky 2 when he said, we don't want any part of that man in our life.
Okay, I disagree.
So Boston is saying, we don't want any part of Jimmy in our life. We don't want Jimmy. He's too much for them.
You made me a little happy by talking good about Jimmy.
Yep.
So I'm gonna cover Boston, then I'm gonna cover Miami because I have points on both. Boston's not pooping their pants with anybody right now. They won 140-99 last night and looked unstoppable, and it made me think
they were awesome.
Now the Celtics are 2 back from the 1 seed, and they have the tiebreaker now over Milwaukee, so they can still get 1. It is unlikely. Like I said, I rethought some things while watching that game. I'm still a Milwaukee guy, but I will say I
the
thought
Bucks
over
were
my pick.
5th game in 7 days, by the way.
I'm aware. No, I'm aware.
Okay.
And technically, if you look at their shot expectancy hit, some advanced nerdy stuff here I was in, they were actually expected to win by 3, by the shots that they got. It's really nerdy.
They just missed shots.
They just missed
Boston hit contested threes.
Exactly.
Backing up.
We'll talk about Middleton here briefly. He's shooting 31% from 3. It's his lowest since his rookie year. He looked really bad last night. His legs aren't there.
Did he lose chiclets? What happened?
I don't know. He got hit in the head or hit in the mouth. He was bleeding a lot.
Blood.
The Bucks' issue during their finals run. Do you remember what the main issue was?
During their finals run
when they won the chip.
Yeah, they were too dependent on Giannis for offense.
Yeah, their half court offense was stagnant at times, even with Giannis. That's a fact. If Middleton can't get his midi, it's going to be amplified even more. But
it's going to be tough. Drew Holiday is going to have to be a beast.
I was going to say Drew Holiday is going to be,
and he's been playing awesome. But
he scored 50 the other night and got whatever he wanted. It was so cool on Indiana. Shout out Drew Holiday. Now Miami. We'll talk about briefly here. I'm out on Miami. I have been since the offseason. Honestly, since Jimmy missed that 3-point shot, respectfully, now I'm getting sad. He's having one of his best seasons ever, especially half seasons. Since the All-Star break, dude's averaging crazy efficiency, 26 a game, 40% from 3, 90 from the line, 61 from the field. He's been crazy good. They have bums, right? Talk about, you said they had a bunch of...
I think they have 9 undrafted players.
I believe that. I don't know that for a fact. Jimmy's probably going to be second team All-NBA. Wasn't an all-star. Just putting that out there. How fraudulent is that? But sorry, I go back. Bam and pretty much every player has been worse and mentally checked out since the all-star break. A couple games ago. Like, honestly, Jimmy has been great.
We probably need to move on. You're getting a little emotional here.
Okay, sorry. Hashtag free Jimmy.
Okay.
Trade him to Denver. That's all I got.
Okay. Bust. And listen, everybody's on this train. It's completely full. Gobert trade in Minnesota.
Okay, Minnesota's actually looking okay, though.
I know they are, but you know what? They're going to be bad in the playoffs.
I always thought they were going to be bad. Like,
Okay.
I thought they were going to win some games in the regular season. Obviously, we never really got to see them full health for a long time. But you think they just lose first round or play-in, whatever? You think they lose right away?
Yeah.
Okay. Not Ant-Man legacy game? Like, if he goes... What if he goes for 46? They still lose?
Obviously, it could happen. And Karl Anthony Towns has the possibility to go crazy, and they could maybe win a game or two, but they are just not built for any type of long-term success.
Minnesota's... We saw them this year, right? And they
Yep.
were in a bad state. I'll talk about the Pelicans now. They had a very streaky season. They had a 10-game loss streak that went through February. Now they're winning 6 of 7. They're 2 games behind the 5 seed. They're very much in this. I'm just going to assume Zion's done. We're not going to talk about him because we're going to get sad. I'm just going to assume Zion's done for the year. They battled the 1 seed Suns last year. If you remember in the first round, it went to 6 games. That's kind of when I bought my stock.
Without Zion.
Without Zion. Ingram averaged like 28 a game in that series, and CJ was great. That's when I bought all my New Orleans stock.
CJ's synced up, though.
But I really like him.
I like him, too.
I like him more than I did with
You've
Dame.
heard him on the podcast? I don't remember. I'm not sure what podcast it was, but he was awesome.
He's a good dude, too.
Yeah,
He's a very good dude.
post or something.
Pelicans, they're going to make some noise. Whoever they play, they're going to play them tough. Just putting that out there. They're well coached. They're well disciplined. They're going to play somebody tough. What else do you have?
Denver and Memphis, initially I was not thinking they're going to win their first round playoff series, but I think they each win their series. They'll be favorites, but they won't be favored by a lot. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with those teams because they've each had, some dips the last little bit. But I like Denver and Memphis going for a while.
Okay, I'm not a Memphis guy, but that's fine. I'm going to go with the Suns here. They're probably my pick to win the West right now. KD, home debut, 5 for 18, and did not look good.
I'm not worried about KD.
I'm not either. We're probably going to have a maximum 10 Durant games in Phoenix. That's probably before the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
That's a low number, but again, Durant's a guy that can just fit in, right?
Yep.
I'm picking them to win the West over Denver.
Durant or Andrew Oakley, he can just fit in any situation. Good guy, can shoot, tall,
That's a good
little slim.
It's a good obscure take. Yeah, respect to KD and to my buddy Andrew.
Respect Oaks.
Yep. Well, what else do you have?
I've got a bad. They've been terrible. The Hawks and Trae Young.
That makes me happy.
I know it makes us happy because we don't like them, but what are they gonna do?
They're gonna talk about John Collins trade rumors in the offseason for a couple months. They're gonna talk about.
But they've been talking about that for 2 years.
It's over. That's my point. They're just gonna do the same thing, and the DeJounte fit hasn't.
Then they'll come back again and be the 8th seed.
Yeah, Atlanta's Atlanta. That's enough of Atlanta. The Knicks are basically locked into the 5 seed. They lost Randall for 2 weeks. Tough ankle injury.
Yeah.
He might be back for game 1 of the first round, depending on timeline and stuff.
Will Willis Reed New York action?
So, I just got to point this out. So, remember Julius Randle last year was flipping off fans and swearing, and everyone hated him in New York?
Yeah, now they love him.
Now they love him again.
New York's a fickle place.
Dude, he was getting MVP chants as he left the game.
Oh,
And I just thought it was
that's actually
awesome.
pretty cool.
I'm just like, man, respect to the Knicks. I will be in New York.
You know what? Why doesn't he just go see the LeBron James of feet?
Are we doing a bit? I don't want to do a bit on that. You can.
LeBron James had some type of mysterious injury, and he went to Slovenia
I think
or
it was
Germany
Germany.
or something to see what he called LeBron James of feet. What a stupid comment.
So an inefficient free throws, like a not a good free throw shooter. The doctor's not good at shooting free throws.
Selfish scorer.
The doctor was really mean and arrogant. The doctor was the 3rd best player of all time.
Just kept bouncing around to whatever clinic he wants to work at.
Yeah, they just kept changing offices, and he couldn't tell, and he needed 6 other doctors to help him. So it's enough, LeBron. I said we weren't going to do it. We just did it. So the Knicks, I did my bit on the Knicks. Do we talk about Golden State?
I do think we need to talk about Golden State.
Go ahead.
I did read something maybe last night that Wiggins is starting to work out and looks like he might come back.
He's back in the Bay Area. He has not been.
Oh, that's a big deal.
So
okay.
he's back in Golden State. Hope he's doing well.
They have to win on the road, right? Because they're going to be a low seed. I just don't understand how they're not winning on the road, and they're just not as good as they want them to be. Listen, basketball is a lot more entertaining with Golden State playing. I
Curry-
want Golden State to play for a while.
So actually, I'll tell you this. I didn't tell you this, and the fans are like this. Uncle Dante, respect Unc, does not watch a lot of NBA. Texted me out of nowhere a few nights ago and said, just watched Warriors Sixers game. Man, that was fun basketball. That's the impact Curry has.
Yes.
Gets guys who don't watch a lot of hoops to watch hoops and love it. Curry, if you look at his numbers, and I know the numbers were inflated this year, maybe having the best year of his life. Better than the 16 unanimous MVP. Like, he's been that good. He's missed a lot of time. Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, Looney. Best net rating of any five-man unit in the NBA this year. They've been so good. If Wiggins is out, they're not winning anything.
No, absolutely not.
And that's all I got there. He was their primary defender. He's a big part of this team. If Wiggins is out, they're getting swept or whatever. They're probably not swept. Curry's too good to get swept. Unlike
The
LeBron.
East seems to have set itself up a little bit more in the last week. The West is still just tight. It's going to be really interesting. NBA final stretch. Detroit and Houston play tonight. Will kind of firm up who's going to have the worst record.
That's good basketball.
Yeah, it's good basketball.
I bet on Jaden Ivey because he's been on one right now, and I don't think Jalen Green's stopping him.
I don't even know if Ivy's going to play. I heard he's got a hangnail.
That's not funny. Stop, because the bet will get voided, but that's fine. Say goodbye to people and wrap this up.
Okay, folks, thanks very much for the support. Shout out to Urban Paul for the little goat pin. For those people that are on YouTube, I got a nice little goat pin. That's from Urban. I'm going to see Urban and Amy and Malachi at the ORC tomorrow. Hello, Toronto peeps, and Alex and Guelph.
Okay, yeah. Anything else? Any other obscure references?
No, thanks, fans.
Okay, thanks, fans, for listening, and go
Peace
blue.
out.
Go blue.